The House will come to order. The following bills on first reading and referral to committee. The clerk will read the bills and resolutions.
HB 13 by King, relating to the creating of the Texas Interability Council and the grant program administered by the Council, referred to the Committee on State Affairs. HB 14 by Harris, relating to the funding mechanisms of the Office of the Governor and the Texas Public Utility Commission to support the deployment of advanced nuclear reactions in the state, referred to the Committee on State Affairs. HB 16 by Harris, relating to the oversight and financing of certain water infrastructure matters under the jurisdiction of the Texas Water Development Board, referred to the Committee on Natural Resources. HB 38 by Busey, relating to the improvements of the Texas Information Referral Network, referred to the Subcommittee on Disease Prevention, Women and Children's Health. HB 137 by Lopez Cameron, relating to the route designation for the issuance of a permit and the movement of oversized and overweight vehicles in certain counties, referred to the Committee on Transportation. HB 143 by King, relating to the authority of the Railroad Commission of Texas and the Public Utility Commission of Texas to address a failure of the operator to maintain an electric power line serving a well site or certain surface facilities in accordance with the National Electric Code, referred to the Committee on State Affairs. HB 144 by King, relating to the plans for the management and inspection of distribution poles, referred to the Committee on State Affairs. HB 145 by King, relating to the risk management, planning, and associated liability for providers of electric services, referred to the Committee on State Affairs. HB 147 by Gain, relating to the establishment of electronic registry of livestock marks and brands, referred to the Committee on Agriculture and Livestock. HB 1001 by Toth, relating to the use of paper ballots and electronic devices in conducting an election, referred to the Committee on Elections. HB 1002 by Toth, relating to the disposition of certain election records, referred to the Committee on Elections. HB 1003 by Zwiener, relating to the acceptable forms of identification for voting, referred to the Committee on Elections. HB 1004 by Toth, relating to the duty of the Attorney General to prosecute certain criminal offenses, referred to the Committee on State Affairs. HB 1005 by Toth, relating to the process of canvassing elections, referred to the Committee on Elections. HB 1006 by Schoolcraft, relating to the amendment of the restrictive convenience of applicability to certain subdivisions, referred to the Committee on Trade, Workforce, and Economic Development. HB 1007 by Toth, relating to the security of election systems, referred to the Committee on Elections. HB 1008 by Toth, relating to the systems used in central counting stations, referred to the Committee on Elections. HB 1009 by Alcott, relating to the display of the Ten Commandments in public schools, referred to the Committee on Public Elections. HB 1010 by Toth, relating to the measures for ensuring safety and security in public schools, including measures related to certain school records and conduct, referred to the Committee on Public Education. HB 1011 by Johnson, relating to the required screening for pediatric feeding disorders for students with certain disabilities and to the individualized education programs for certain public school students with pediatric feeding disorder, referred to the Committee on Public Education. HB 1012 by Toth, relating to the prosecution of the criminal offense of the sale, distribution, and display of harmful material to a minor, referred to the Committee on State Affairs. HB 1013 by Toth, relating to the election integrity, security, including by preventing fraud in the conduct of the elections in the state, authorizing a penalty, increasing a penalty, referred to the Committee on Elections. HB 1014 by Toth, relating to the regulations and policies for entering or using a bathroom or changing facility in a public school, authorizing a civil penalty, authorizing a private civil right of action, referred to the Committee on State Affairs. HB 1015 by Toth, relating to the regulations and policies for entering and using a bathroom or changing facility in a public school, referred to the Committee on State Affairs. HB 1016 by Toth, relating to a public school policy regarding multi-occupancy bathrooms or changing facilities, referred to the Committee on State Affairs. HB 1017 by Toth, relating to the creation of the criminal offense of the proper entry from a foreign nation, referred to the Committee on State Affairs. HB 1018 by Wilson, relating to the establishment of a certification program for the public work and contracting purposes of the operators of certain facilities that emit air contaminants, referred to the Committee on Environmental Regulation. HB 1019 by Shaheen, relating to the requiring political subdivisions of the state to participate in federal electronic verification of employment and authorization programs, or E-Verify, referred to the Committee on Intergovernmental Affairs. HB 1020 by Zwiener, relating to the campaign contribution for certain offices, referred to the Committee on State Affairs. HB 1021 by Shaheen, relating to telemedicine services and telehealth services covered by certain health benefit plans provided by a pharmacist, referred to the Committee on Insurance. HB 1022 by Morales of Maverick, relating to the course levels offered by Sol Ross State University Rio Grande College, referred to the Committee on Higher Education. HB 1023 by Wilson, relating to the design and issuance of specialty license plates to honor members of the military and for recipients of certain military awards, referred to the Subcommittee on Defense and Veterans Affairs. HB 1024 by Shaheen, relating to the execution of a warrant issued by certain releases who violated a condition or a parole or mandatory supervision related to the electronic monitoring of that release, referred to the Committee on Homeland Security, Public Safety, and Veterans Affairs. HB 1025 by Shaheen, relating to the appointment of the Inspector General for Education to the creation of a division for the Inspector General for the Education in the State Board of Education to investigate public education and the authority of the Commissioner of Education to conduct special investigations, referred to the Committee on Public Education. HB 1026 by Morales of Maverick relating to the maintenance of certain roads near the Texas-Mexico border, refer to the Subcommittee on International Relations. HB 1027 by Shaheen relating to the provision of telepharmacy services, refer to the Subcommittee on Disease Prevention, Women and Children's Health. HB 1028 by Shaheen relating to the certain political subdivisions publishing required notices by alternative media, refer to the Committee on Intergovernmental Affairs. HB 1029 by Morales of Maverick relating to the installation of highway signs for certain cultural attractions by the Texas Department of Transportation, refer to the Committee on Transportation. HB 1030 by Shaheen relating to the reducing school district maintenance and operations of ad valorem taxes through the use of certain surplus state revenue, refer to the Committee on Appropriations. AB 1031 by Morales of Maverick relating to the compensation paid to certain county and precinct officers and employees, refer to the Subcommittee on County and Regional Government. AB 1032 by Zwiener relating to the voting in limited ballot following the change of a county of a residence by a voter, refer to the Committee on Elections. AB 1033 by Morales of Maverick relating to the applicability of law governing a grant program for the public improvement projects of unincorporated communities in certain counties, refer to the Subcommittee on County and Regional Government. AB 1034 by Morales of Maverick relating to the reimbursement by certain elected officials of state used to the pay of out-of-state travel and the security costs of those officers, refer to the Committee of Delivery of Government Efficiency. AB 1035 by Tallarica relating to the criteria of a local option exemption from the ad valorem taxation by a county or municipality of for all or part of the appraised value of a real property used by and operate a child care facility, refer to the Committee on Ways and Means. AB 1036 by Morales of Maverick relating to the compensation paid by certain court administrative staff, refer to the Subcommittee on County and Regional Government. AB 1037 by Morales of Maverick relating to the punishment of certain theft offenses, refer to the Committee on Criminal Jurisprudence. AB 1038 by Morales of Maverick relating to the applicability of law governing a grant program for the public improvement projects of unincorporated communities in certain counties, refer to the Subcommittee on County and Regional Government. AB 1039 by Morales of Maverick relating to the use of hotel occupancy tax revenue by certain municipalities, refer to the Committee on Ways and Means. AB 1040 by Turner relating to the prosecution of the offense of possessing or carrying certain weapons in certain facilities or residents providing services to individuals with an intellectual disability or developmental disability, refer to the Committee on Homeland Security, Public Safety, and Veterans Affairs. HB 1041 by Turner relating to the insurable interests of certain persons providing care to individuals with disabilities of the life of those individuals, refer to the Committee on Human Services. AB 1042 by Bojani relating to the issuance of a certified birth record, driver's license, or personal identification certificate for a homeless individual, refer to the Committee on Intergovernmental Affairs. HB 1043 by Bojani relating to a study by the General Land Office and the establishment and implementation of the General Land Office of a distributed ledger-based title registry pilot program, refer to the Committee on Delivery of Government Efficiency. HB 1044 by Bojani relating to the persons authorized to conduct a marriage ceremony, refer to the Subcommittee on Family and Fiduciary Relationships. HB 1045 by Turner relating to health benefit plan coverage for treatment of chemical dependency, refer to the Committee on Insurance. AB 1046 by Bojani relating to the payment of support rights and benefits for a child placed with a relative or a designated caregiver, refer to the Committee on Human Services. AB 1047 by Bojani relating to the designation of certain optional holidays, refer to the Committee on Delivery of Government Efficiency. HB 1048 by Bojani relating to providing full day kindergarten for certain children, refer to the Committee on Public Education. HB 1049 by Durazio relating to the issuance of gold and silver specie and establishment of certain currency based on gold and silver, authorizing a fee, refer to the Committee on State Affairs. AB 1050 by Durazio relating to the award of an attorney fees in certain suits involving a groundwater conservation district, refer to the Committee on Natural Resources. AB 1051 by Bojani relating to health benefit plan coverage for telemedicine, teledentistry, and telehealth services provided by the synchronous and asynchronous audio interaction, refer to the Committee on Insurance. AB 1052 by Bojani relating to the health benefit plan coverage for telemedicine, dentistry, and telehealth appointments with the originating site or distant site locate outside of the state, refer to the Committee on Insurance. HB 1053 by Durazio relating to the text of municipal ballot propositions on the issuance of bonds, refer to the Committee on Pensions, Investments, and Financial Services. HB 1054 by Durazio relating to the study of the Attorney General of the feasibility of linking debit card transactions with the bullion and the Texas Bullion Depository, refer to the Committee on Pensions, Investments, and Financial Services. HB 1055 by Bojani relating to the college, career, or military readiness outcomes bonus under the Foundation School Program, refer to the Committee on Public Education. HB 1056 by Durazio relating to the issuance of gold and silver specie and the establishment of a currency based on gold and silver, authorizing a fee, refer to the Committee on State Affairs. HB 1057 by Bojani relating to the placement of a minimum salary schedule and the service credit in the teacher retirement system of Texas for the certain public school career or technology education teachers, refer to the Subcommittee on Academic and Career Orientation Education. HB 1058 by Durazio relating to the eligibility requirements to serve as an election watcher, refer to the Committee on Elections. HB 1059 by Bojani relating to the presumption of validity for an advance directive and impermissible forms of a medical power for an attorney, refer to the Committee on Public Health. HB 1060 by Durazio relating to ensuring adoptive parents may consent to medical care and access information regarding the child who is eligible for benefits under Medicaid, refer to the Committee on Human Services. HB 1061 by Bojani relating to the authorization and reimbursement for certain examination fees and other required cost subsidy paid for public school teachers and students, refer to the Subcommittee on Academic and Career-Oriented Education. HB 1062 by DeRazio relating to purchasing gold and silver bullion for the state to hold in the Texas Bullion Dispository. We're making an appropriation. Refer to the Committee on Pensions, Investments, and Financial Services. HB 1063 by Bojani relating to the creation of a tenant legal services offices by local governments to assist low-income residential tenants in eviction cases and in cases involving discrimination based on the tenant's disabilities. Refer to the Committee of Intergovernmental Affairs. HB 1064 by DeRazio relating to the provision of a private security services at the public primary or secondary school requiring an occupational license. Refer to the Committee on Public Education. HB 1065 by DeRazio relating to the classification of employees by a company license holder under the Private Security Act. Refer to the Committee on Homeland Security, Public Safety, and Veterans Affairs. AB 1066 by Bojani relating to conducting certain medical examinations under telehealth services and telemedicine services under the Workers' Compensation System. Refer to the Subcommittee on Workforce. HB 1067 by Bojani relating to the compensation paid to the sales agents for the state lottery ticket sales. Refer to the Committee on Licensing and Administrative Procedures. AB 1068 by DeRazio relating to the law enforcement reports concerning certain arrests, information of persons who are not lawfully present in the United States. Refer to the Committee on Homeland Security, Public Safety, and Veterans Affairs. HB 1069 by Turner relating to the classification of certain construction workers and the eligibility of those workers for unemployment benefits. Refer to the Committee on providing an administrative penalty. Refer to the Committee on Trade, Workforce, and Economic Development. HB 1070 by Turner relating to the eligibility of unemployment benefits for individuals who are unemployed due to certain labor disputes. Refer to the Committee on Trade and Workforce and Economic Development. AB 1071 by Schatzline relating to the establishment of the Texas Adoption Assistance Program. Refer to the Committee on Human Services. AB 1072 by Schatzline relating to a database containing certain records of children who are not lawfully present in the United States. Refer to the Committee on State Affairs. AB 1073 by Schatzline relating to the academic assessment of public school students. Refer to the Committee on Public Education. AB 1074 by Schatzline relating to the registration, ownership, and operation of certain motor vehicles. Refer to the Committee on State Affairs. AB 1075 by Schatzline relating to the cause of action for drag performances performed in the presence of a minor. Refer to the Committee on State Affairs. AB 1076 by Pearson relating to the unauthorized entry, occupancy, sale, rental, lease, advertisement, or for sale, rental, or lease, or convenience of real property, including the removal of certain unauthorized occupants of a dwelling, creating criminal offenses, increasing a criminal penalty, authorizing a fee. Refer to the Committee on Trade, Workforce, and Economic Development. HB 1077 by Simmons relating to the right of the public employees to collectively bargain with governmental entities. Refer to the Committee on State Affairs. AB 1078 by Turner relating to the creation, distribution, and posting of veterans benefits services and posters in the workplace. Refer to the Subcommittee on Defense and Veterans Affairs. AB 1079 by Curry relating to the inclusion of the Junior Reserve Officer Training Corps and the Leadership Officer Training Corps programs as public school career and technology education programs and the indicator for achievement in military readiness under the public school accountability system. Refer to the Subcommittee on Academic Career-Oriented Education. AB 1080 by Curry relating to the publication of a required notice by a political subdivision by alternative media. Refer to the Committee on Intergovernmental Affairs. AB 1081 by Curry relating to the placement of a school district of a student who engages in a course of conduct that demonstrates habitually violent, harmful, or destructive behavior. Referred to the Committee on Public Education. AB 1082 by Curry relating to the claiming an exemption from required immunizations for school enrollment. Referred to the Committee on Public Health. HB 1083 by Curry relating to the eligibility for tuition and free exemptions from public institutions of higher education for certain students who are under the conservatorship of the Department of Public Family and Protective Services. Referred to the Committee on Higher Education. HB 1084 by Curry relating to the regulation of infertile fertilization procedures, authorizing an administrative penalty. Refer to the Committee on Public Health. HB 1085 by Curry relating to the offering a lifetime recreation and outdoor pursuits course to satisfy the physical education curriculum required for public school students. Refer to the Committee on Public Education. HB 1086 by Curry relating to the cost of living adjustment applicable to certain benefits paid by the Employees Retirement System of Texas. Refer to the Committee on Pensions, Investments, and Financial Services. HB 1087 by Schofield relating to the process to fill a vacancy of the board of the Certain Property Owners Association. Refer to the Committee on Trade, Workforce, and Economic Development. HB 1088 by Slauson relating to the statute of limitations on a healthcare liability claim involving certain gender modification drugs to and the procedures performed on a minor. Refer to the Committee on Judiciary and Civil Jurisprudence. HB 1089 by Paul relating to the creation of Gulf Coast Protection Accounted to be administered by the General Land Office. Refer to the Committee on Natural Resources. HB 1090 by Paul relating to the prohibiting certain individuals from serving as a volunteer deputy registrar. Refer to the Committee on Elections. HB 1091 by Paul relating to the practice and procedures for an early voting ballot voted by mail. Refer to the Committee on Elections. HB 1082 by Shaheen relating to the unlawful production or distribution of sexually explicit images or videos using deepfake technology, increasing a criminal penalty. Refer to the Committee on Criminal Jurisprudence. HB 1093 by Lampert relating to the requirements for noticing and advertising the sale of a property to enforce and self-service storage facility, Lynn. Refer to the Committee on Trade, Workforce, and Economic Development. HB 1094 by Lampert relating to the regulation of transportation protection and agreements, refer to the Committee on Pensions, Investments, and Financial Services. AB 1095 by Shaheen relating to the use of interim testing and adaptive growth-based assessment instruction for certain required assessments of public school students and prohibiting the use of the results of the certain required assessments of public school students for certain purposes, refer to the Committee on Public Education. HB 1096 by Goodwin relating to the use of a corporal punishment and to reporting of certain information regarding the use of disciplinary measures or restraint by public schools, refer to the Committee on Public Education. HB 1097 by Toth relating to the duty of certain professionals to report child abuse or neglect, refer to the Committee on Human Services. HB 1098 by Cole relating to the coverage and provision of abortion, contraception, sterilization under Medicaid and certain health benefit plan coverage, refer to the Committee on Insurance. HB 1099 by Cole relating to the landlord's duty to provide and maintain a functioning air conditioned system or unit in an apartment, refer to the Committee on Trade, Workforce, and Economic Development.
HB 1100 by Cole relating to the tenant's provision of notice to the landlord for repair of a remedy through an online apartment portal, refer to the Committee on Trade, Workforce, and Economic Development. HB 1101 by Cole relating to the enrollment period for newborns under certain employer health benefit plans, refer to the Committee on Insurance. HB 1102 by Cole relating to dedication ceremonies for new state buildings, refer to the Committee on State Affairs. HB 1103 by Cole relating to measures to prevent or respond to opioid-related drug overdose, including policies and training regarding the use of opioid antagonists at student residencies and campuses and public institutions of higher education, providing immunity, refer to the Committee on Higher Education. HB 1104 by Cole relating to a program of providing housing vouchers for emergency medical services personnel in certain counties, refer to the Committee on Intergovernmental Affairs. HB 1105 by Cole relating to the exemption of tuition and laboratory fees of public institutions of higher education for certain paramedics, refer to the Committee on Higher Education. HB 1106 by Shaheen relating to the definition of abuse or neglect of a child, refer to the Committee on Human Services. HB 1107 by Cole relating to applicability of civil service status of an emergency medical services personnel in certain municipalities, refer to the Committee on Intergovernmental Affairs. HB 1108 by Van Dever relating to motorcycle profiling by peace officers, refer to the Committee on Homeland Security, Public Safety, and Veterans Affairs. HB 1109 by Van Dever relating to an exemption from certain motor fuel taxes for counties in the state, refer to the Committee on Ways and Means. HB 1110 by Shaheen relating to limitation on civil suits against persons reporting suspicious activity in good faith, refer to the Committee on Judiciary and Civil Jurisprudence. HB 1111 by Reynolds relating to the prohibition of certain discrimination based on sexual orientation or gender identity and expression, providing an administrative penalty, refer to the Committee on State Affairs. HB 1112 by Vo relating to licensing in certain persons by the Texas Commission of Law Enforcement of hiring of these persons by political subdivisions, refer to the Committee on Homeland Security, Public Safety, and Veterans Affairs. HB 1113 by Kane relating to the production and regulation of hemp, providing an administrative penalty, requiring a permit to conduct certain research involving hemp, authorizing a fee, creating a criminal offense, refer to the Committee on Ag and Livestock. Refer to the HB 1114 by Gomez relating to indicators of achievement under the Public School Accountability System, refer to the Committee on Public Education. HB 1115 by Van Dever relating to the employment of honorably retired peace officers as school district security personnel and the applicability of those officers of certain law governing private security, refer to the Committee on Public Education. HB 1116 by Kane relating to the expedited driver's license office appointments of active duty members of the United States Armed Forces, refer to the Subcommittee on Defense and Veterans Affairs. HB 1117 by Van Dever relating to an exemption to fishing licenses required for certain residents engaging in fishing in public waters, refer to the Committee on Culture, Recreation, and Tourism. HB 1118 by Van Dever relating to the creation of Texas Commission of Assessment and Accountability, refer to the Committee on Public Education. HB 1119 by Gomez relating to the biennial report of the regional allocation of mental health beds, refer to the Subcommittee on Disease Prevention and Women's Children's Health. HB 1120 by Lopez and Cameron relating to the purchase or acquisition of metal recycling entities of catalytic converters removed from a motor vehicle, imposing an administrative penalty, refer to the Committee on Homeland Security, Public Safety, and Veterans Affairs. HB 1121 by Gomez relating to civil and criminal liability for unlawful disclosure or promotion of intimate visual material, refer to the Committee on Criminal Jurisprudence. HB 1122 by Lopez and Cameron relating to the employment of certified school counselors by school districts, refer to the Committee on Public Education. HB 1123 by Lopez and Cameron relating to the interscholastic athletic competition based on biological sex requirements, physical examinations, and genetic testing in interscholastic athletics, and the adoption of rules by the University Interscholastic League to implement these requirements, refer to the Committee on Public Education. HB 1124 by Lopez and Cameron relating to continuing education requirements for a member of the Board of Trustees of school district regarding the state laws governing the public schools, providing a civil penalty, refer to the Committee on Public Education. HB 1125 by Gomez relating to the prohibited provisions of a settlement agreement between a governmental agency and employee regarding a claim or a complaint involving sexual assault or certain unlawful conduct based on sex, refer to the Committee on State Affairs. HB 1126 by Gomez relating to sunscreening devices installed in a motor vehicle displaying a judicial specialty license plate, refer to the Committee on Transportation. HB 1127 by Gomez, relating to the promotion of breastfeeding and the prohibition against interference or without restriction of the right to breastfeed, refer to this Committee of State Affairs. HB 1128 by Isaac, relating to the applicability to the election judges of prohibition on the carrying of a concealed handgun to polling places, refer to the Committee on Homeland Security, Public Safety, and Veterans Affairs. HB 1129 by Lopez and Cameron, relating to eligibility of mental health professionals for the Home of Texas Heroes Home Loan Program, refer to the Committee on Intergovernmental Affairs. HB 1130 by Isaac, relating to the liability of a cavern entity for injuries arising from certain activities, refer to the Committee on Judiciary and Civil Jurisprudence. HB 1131 by Oliverson, relating to the repeal of provisions authorizing certain taxing units in the year following the year in which a disaster occurs to adopt an ad valorem tax rate which exceeds the voter approval rate tax rate without holding an election to approve the adopted tax rate, making conforming changes, refer to the Committee on Ways and Means. HB 1132 by Oliverson, relating to an alternate license to practice medicine in the state with medical care provided at certain healthcare facilities by physicians with alternative license, refer to the Committee on Public Health. HB 1133 by Isaac, relating to the authority of a property owners association to prohibit or regulate certain swim instruction provided a pool at an owner's residence property, refer to the Committee on Trade, Workforce, and Economic Development. HB 1134 by Oliverson, relating to the prohibited maintenance and certain vaccine exemption records to the Department of State Health Services, refer to the Committee of Public Health. HB 1135 by Isaac, relating to temporary vehicle tags and the offense of tampering with governmental record, refer to the Committee on Criminal Jurisprudence. HB 1136 by Gomez, relating to the study conducted by the Texas Department of Motor Vehicles regarding parking for certain individuals with disabilities, refer to the Committee on Transportation. HB 1137 by Leo Wilson, relating to a handbook on parental rights and education and training requirements on parental rights and education for a member of the Board of Trustees in a school district, refer to the Committee on Public Education. HB 1138 by Gomez, relating to the authority of municipality or county to regulate or prohibit the carrying of firearm on the premises of certain libraries, refer to the Committee on Homeland Security, Public Safety, and Veterans Affairs. HB 1139 by Oliverson, relating to the venue and certain actions involving a contract of improvement to real property, refer to the Committee on Judiciary and Civil Jurisprudence. HB 1140 by Oliverson, relating to prohibiting a registered sex offender from residing within a certain distance of a public or primary or secondary school, refer to the Committee on Criminal Jurisprudence. HB 1141 by Shaheen, relating to the suspension of certain public school students and to the repeal of positive behavior program for public schools, refer to the Committee on Public Education. HB 1142 by Oliverson, relating to the coverage for mental health conditions and substance use disorders under certain governmental health benefit plans, refer to the Committee on Pensions, Investments, and Financial Services. HB 1143 by Oliverson, relating to the establishment of a memorial monument dedicated to an unborn children on the Capitol grounds, refer to the Committee on Culture, Recreation, and Tourism. HB 1144 by Morales Shaw, relating to state and local government disaster preparedness, refer to the Committee on Homeland Security, Public Safety, and Veterans Affairs. HB 1145 by Morales Shaw, relating to a study regarding the use of chlorofluorocarbonyl and polyfluorocarbonyl chemicals in hydraulic fracturing, refer to the Committee on Energy Resources. HB 1146 by Morales Shaw, relating to the medical use of low THC cannabis by patients with certain medical conditions, refer to the Subcommittee on Disease Prevention and Women's Children's Health. HB 1147 by Gomez, relating to the establishment by the Texas Workforce Commission of a workplace soft skill training pilot program, refer to the Subcommittee on Workforce. HB 1148 by Shaheen, relating to the repealing the requirement for certain public school teachers and principals to attend a teacher literacy achievement academy, refer to the Committee on Public Education. HB 1149 by Morales Shaw, relating to the scheduling of the first day of school for students and by school districts, refer to the Committee on Public Education. HB 1150 by Morales Shaw, relating to the prohibiting the transfer of certain semi-automatic rifles to certain recipients, creating a criminal offense, increasing a criminal penalty, refer to the Committee on Homeland Security, Public Safety, and Veterans Affairs. HB 1151 by Hull, relating to the neglect of a child and the grounds for termination of the parent-child relationship and possession of a child by the Department of Family Protective Services, refer to the Committee on Human Services. HB 1152 by Morales Shaw, relating to a signature required on a carrier envelope for a ballot voted by mail, refer to the Committee on Elections. HB 1153 by Hull, relating to the provision for funding under the public school finance system on the basis of property value to take into account optional homestead exemptions, refer to the Committee on Public Education. HB 1154 by Gomez, relating to the establishment of a skilled labor task force by certain local workforce development boards, refer to the Subcommittee on Workforce. HB 1155 by Hull, relating to a monetary assistance provided by the Department of Family and Protective Services to certain parents, refer to the Committee on Human Services. HB 1156 by Hull, relating to the definition of regular eligible students for the purpose of transportation allotment under the Foundation School Program, refer to the Committee on Public Education. HB 1157 by Hinojosa, relating to the use of average enrollment for purposes of the public school finance system, refer to the Committee on Public Education. HB 1158 by Hull, relating to parental approval for students' participation in human sexuality instruction in public schools, refer to the Committee on Public Education. HB 1159 by Hinojosa, relating to the designation of polling place locations on the campuses of certain general academic teaching institutions, refer to the Committee on Elections. HB 1160 by Hull, relating to increasing the criminal penalty for the offense of assault committed against certain employees or agents of a utility to the prosecution of the criminal offense of interference with public duties of those employees or agents, refer to the Committee on Criminal Jurisprudence. HB 1161 by Hinojosa, relating to an advance directive and a do not resuscitate order of a pregnant woman and information provided in the advance directive, refer to to the Committee on Public Education, Public Health. HB 1162 by Shaheen, relating to the eligibility of certain production companies for a grant award under the Moving Image Industry Incentive Program, refer to the Committee on State Affairs. HB 1163 by Cunningham, relating to planning and the financial responsibility requirements for certain aggregate production operations, providing the imposition is an administrative penalty, refer to the Committee on Natural Resources. HB 1164 by Gonzalez of Dallas, relating to the prohibition of certain discrimination, authorizing civil penalties, refer to the Committee on State Affairs. HB 1165 by Hinojosa, relating to the submission of certain reports to the legislator by the governor regarding a declared state of disaster, refer to the Committee of Delivery of Government Efficiency. HB 1166 by Raymond, relating to retirees of the teacher retirement system of Texas who resume certain employment within a school district, refer to the Committee on Pensions, Investments, and Financial Services. HB 1167 by Cunningham, relating to the release on bail of certain defendants accused of committing a felony offense and the criminal consequences of committing a felony while released on bail for a prior felony, creating a criminal offense, increasing the minimum term of imprisonment for certain felonies, changing eligibility for deferred education, community supervision, mandatory supervision, and parole, refer to the Committee on Criminal Jurisprudence. HB 1168 by Raymond, relating to a study done by the Texas Division of Emergency Management of the potential effects of droughts and wildfires in the state, refer to the Committee on Homeland Security, Public Safety, and Veterans Affairs. HB 1169 by Raymond, relating to the adoption of a comprehensive plan to protect oil and gas infrastructure in this state, refer to the Committee on Energy Resources. HB 1170 by Raymond, relating to the analysis and mitigation of transportation security threats in this state, refer to the Committee on Homeland Security, Public Safety, and Veterans Affairs. HB 1171 by Raymond, related to the study on the state landed use of facilitate health and wellness for veterans, refer to the Subcommittee on Defense of Veterans Affairs. HB 1172 by Raymond, relating to requiring the Department of Information Resources to conduct this study concerning the cybersecurity of small businesses, refer to the Committee on Delivery of Government Efficiency. HB 1173 by Raymond, relating to the administration of the Homeless Housing and Service Program by the Texas Department of Housing and Community Affairs, refer to the Committee on Intergovernmental Affairs. HB 1174 by Hinojosa, relating to a requirement that an applicant for a permit to drill an oil or gas well submit a gas capture plan for the well, refer to the Committee on Energy Resources. HB 1175 by Hinojosa, relating to the provision of student transcript by an independent school district, refer to the Committee on Public Education. HB 1176 by Cunningham, relating to the approval of an open enrollment charter school, refer to the Committee on Public Education. HB 1177 by Cunningham, relating to the creation of a criminal offense of diverting or impounding the flow of surface water in a manner that damages the property by another overflow of water diverted or impounded, refer to the Committee on Natural Resources. HB 1178 by Cunningham, relating to the creation of a temporary educator's certificate for educators certified by other states, refer to the Committee on Public Education. HB 1179 by Hinojosa, relating to the admission policy of open enrollment charter schools, refer to the Committee on Public Education. HB 1180 by Hinojosa, relating to voting a limited ballot on election day following the change of a county of residence by a voter, refer to the Committee on Elections. HB 1181 by Raymond, relating to the assignment of certain retired and former judges and justices, refer to the Committee on Judiciary and Civil Jurisprudence. HB 1182 by Hinojosa, relating to certain procedures of voters to vote a limited ballot in a new county of residence, refer to the Committee on Elections. HB 1183 by Cunningham, relating to a county and municipal authority to prohibit the open operation of e-cigarettes retailers near primary or secondary schools, refer to the Committee on Intergovernmental Affairs. HB 1184 by Hinojosa, relating to prohibiting a prospective residential landlord from increasing the amount of rent during the rental application process, refer to the Committee on Trade, Workforce, and Economic Development. HB 1185 by Hinojosa, relating to the landlord's notice to residential tenants regarding rent increase, refer to the Committee on Trade, Workforce, and Economic Development. HB 1186 by Craddock, relating to the entitlement of certain municipalities to receive tax revenue from certain establishments located near a hotel or convention center project, for the Committee on Ways and Means. HB 1187 by Manuel, relating to the elective course of community safety and firearm safety for certain public high school students, refer to the Committee on Public Education. HB 1188 by Manuel, relating to the referral of certain students receiving special education services to a local intellectual and developmental disability authority for services and for public benefits, refer to the Committee on Public Education. HB 1189 by Troxclair, relating to the use by a political subdivision of public funds for lobbying and certain other activities, refer to the Committee on State Affairs. HB 1190 by Hinojosa, relating to the reduction of methane gas flaring on land dedicated to the Permanent University Fund, refer to the Committee on Energy Resources. HB 1191 by Manuel, relating to the inquiries about the consideration of criminal history record information regarding an applicant for employment, for the Subcommittee on Workforce. HB 1192 by Hinojosa, relating to the allotment under the Foundation school program to provide full and individual initial evaluations for special education services, refer to the Committee on Public Education. HB 1193 by Manuel, relating to the confidentiality of certain information on a marriage license, an application for a marriage license, and a declaration of informal marriage, refer to the Subcommittee on Family and Fiduciary Relationships. HB 1194 by Manuel, relating to the period during which an order for emergency protection remains in effect, refer to the Committee on Criminal Jurisprudence. HB 1195 by Curry, relating to the date of an election seeking voter approval for the issuance of school district bond, refer to the Committee on Pensions, Investments, and Financial Services. HB 1196 bimanual relating to the requirement that the operator of an all-terrain vehicle possesses evidence of financial responsibility for the vehicle. Refer to the Committee on Insurance. HB 1197 by Curry relating to the requirement that an election for a member of a board of trustees of an independent school district is partisan. Refer to the Committee of Elections. HB 1198 by manual relating to the consideration of location of a bidder's principal place of business and certain municipal contracts. Refer to the Committee on Intergovernmental Affairs. HB 1199 by manual relating to emergency generators or other power sources for nursing facilities and assisted living facilities. Refer to the Committee on Human Services. HB 1200 by manual relating to notice provided by food services establishment serving shrimp imported from outside the United States. Refer to the Committee on Trade, Workforce, and Economic Development. HJR 7 by Harris, proposing a constitutional amendment to dedicate a portion of the revenue derived from the state sales and use taxes of the Texas Water Fund. Refer to the Committee on Natural Resources. HJR 76 by DeRazio, proposing a constitutional amendment appropriating certain surplus revenue to school district bond debt. Refer to the Committee on Appropriations. HJR 77 by Raymond, proposing a constitutional amendment providing honesty in state taxation. Refer to the Committee on Ways and Means. HJR by 78 by Raymond, proposing a constitutional amendment prohibiting the taxation or sale or use of certain food, drinks, medicine, and child care services. Refer to the Committee on Ways and Means. HAR 79 by Raymond, proposing a constitutional amendment limiting the rate and application of state sales and use taxes. Refer to the Committee on Ways and Means. HAR 80 by Rodriguez Ramos, proposing a constitutional amendment guaranteeing the rights to an abortion and assisted reproductive technology treatments and procedures, including in vitro fertilization. Refer to the Committee on State Affairs. HJR 81 by Raymond, proposing a constitutional amendment regarding the dedication by general law of money received by the state and money held and deposited into account or fund inside or outside the state treasury and authorized expenditure or appropriation of money dedicated by general law. Refer to the Committee on Appropriations. HJR 82 by Raymond, proposing a constitutional amendment to provide for an exemption from the ad valorem taxation by certain political subdivisions of portions of that market value of the resident homestead or the parent or guardian or person who is disabled or who resides within the parent or guardian. Refer to the Committee on Ways and Means. HJR 83 by Raymond, proposing a constitutional amendment to authorize the legislature to exclude from market value of real property for ad valorem tax purposes the value of any improvement or any feature incorporated in an improvement made to the property if the primary purpose of the improvement or feature is compliance with the requirements of standards that address the accessible design of the buildings or other facilities. For the Subcommittee on Property Taxes and Appraisals. HJR 84 by Cunningham, proposing a constitutional amendment authorizing the legislature to set a minimum amount of monetary bond for persons charged with felony or felony offenses involving violence and requiring the denial of bail to a person who accused of committing the felony while released on bail for a prior felony under most circumstances. Refer to the Committee on Criminal Jurisprudence. HJR 85 by Lambert, proposing a constitutional amendment providing for the creation of funds to support the capital needs of an educational programs offered by the Texas State Technical College System and certain component institutions of the Texas State University System, and repealing the limitation on the allocations to the Texas State Technical College System and its campuses of the annual appropriations of certain constitutionality dedicated funding for the public institutions of higher education. Refer to the Committee on Higher Education. HJR 86 by Kane, proposing a constitutional amendment allowing the legislature to establish a special district to be the seat of the state government. Refer to the Committee on State Affairs.
The House will stand at ease until 2 p.m. Monday.